It was a moment that would change history, a dream, a challenge, a journey into the unknown. The year was 1969, and for the first time in human history, we were about to land on the moon. It all began in 1961, when President John F. Kennedy stood before the nation and made a bold declaration. He set a challenge not just for America, but for all of mankind.
I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal, before this decade is out, of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth.
It was a challenge to the future, a race that would span 8 years. But no one could have predicted the incredible journey that lay ahead, or the sacrifices that would have to be made. NASA's engineers and scientists worked around the clock, designing the rockets, spacecraft, and systems that would take humans to the moon. The Saturn V rocket, towering over 360 feet tall, would be the key to reaching the stars. It wasn't just a machine, it was a masterpiece of engineering, a symbol of the boundless ambition of humanity. In 1969, three brave men were chosen to make history. Commander Neil Armstrong, a quiet, steadfast pilot. Buzz Aldrin, a brilliant and determined lunar module pilot. And Michael Collins, the command module pilot, who would remain in orbit around the moon while his teammates made history. For months, these astronauts trained relentlessly, running simulations, perfecting every detail. Their mission was unprecedented, their challenge beyond anything mankind had ever attempted. On July 16, 1969, the world held its breath. The Saturn V rocket carrying Apollo 11 began its thunderous ascent. As the countdown hit zero, it was no longer just a rocket. This was a vehicle of destiny, carrying humanity's hopes into the vast unknown. The journey to the moon would take 4 days. Inside the cramped Apollo 11 spacecraft, the astronauts adjusted to the quiet rhythm of space travel. Outside, Earth grew smaller and smaller. But this was no time for reflection. Their destination was clear. The moon, that silvery orb in the sky, was now within reach. As they neared the surface of the moon, tension built. The lunar module, known as Eagle, was set to land, but there was a problem. The computer was alerting them to a malfunction. The landing site was rocky, dangerous. With mere seconds of fuel left, Neil Armstrong took manual control, his hands steady as he piloted the Eagle toward a safe landing site. The world held its breath. And then, after what felt like an eternity, the Eagle touched down. Armstrong's calm voice echoed through the radio. "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." July 20th, 1969. Neil Armstrong became the first human to walk on the moon. His first step left an indelible mark. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Buzz Aldrin soon joined him, and together they planted the American flag, a symbol not just of their country, but of humanity's triumph over the impossible. They spent just over 21 hours on the lunar surface. Yet every moment was a testament to courage, ingenuity, and the spirit of exploration. They left behind experiments, planted a flag, and even left a plaque. Here, men from the planet Earth first set foot upon the moon. July 1969 AD. We came in peace for all mankind. After leaving their footprints on the moon, Armstrong and Aldrin boarded the lunar module once more. They reunited with Michael Collins, who had been orbiting the moon. Together, they began their journey home. On July 24th, 1969, the crew splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. They had accomplished the impossible. The world rejoiced. Apollo 11 did more than just land 2 men on the moon. It united the world in a common goal, inspired generations to dream bigger, and proved that humanity's reach exceeds its grasp. And even now, the legacy of Apollo 11 continues to inspire new missions, from the Artemis program to the dreams of Mars. The story of Apollo 11 is not just the story of a mission, it's a story of human potential, a reminder that when we dare to dream, the impossible becomes possible. And the journey continues. Subscribe for more incredible stories from the frontiers of space.